Hello everyone and welcome back to our blind let's play ever 17 for the PC. My name is FlightlessBird, this is your Soybeans Gaming channel, and today we're continuing on. The last thing we're gonna go do is check on Tsugumi because she actually apologized. I don't know what's up with Tsugumi. If he asks me what's going on with her, I don't know. I just don't. I don't know if she has a death wish or if there's something else at play here. I still don't understand what the title of this game means, the Out of Infinity. She did mention the infinity and idea how, you know, humans and people are just naturally evil, I guess? Or no, I don't think that's the right word, evil. Dirty? Yeah, something like that. But either way, she doesn't seem to have a wish to survive, but she did do a lot to save Coco and everyone else. But did she do that for selfish reasons or did she do that for good reasons? I like to believe she did for good reasons. Anyway, how you all doing today? I hope you're having a fantastic day. All right then, I think I'll go and check on her. Oh, the dots. What is it? What, Coco? Is there something on my face? For some reason, Coco was staring at my face. She laughed quietly. You like Tsugumi, don't you? Oh, here we go. Huh? Yeah, she reminds me a lot of Pearls. You gotta be kidding me. There's no way. Really? I wonder. It seems to me like it's written all over your face. Flustered, I rubbed at my face. Nothing came off of my hands. At least nobody had been writing on my face again. I still want to know what was written on her face. Coco, watching me, had a smile as bright as the sun. I left Coco and went to the second floor infirmary. I hope she's resting properly. Hey, Tsugumi, can I come in? I spoke into the intercom and opened the door. 701. Takeshi, friends. Yeah, are we friends? The infirmary was quiet again. All the smashed equipment had been tidied up. Sure enough, Tsugumi was there. Oh, you really are in bed. She's got the brace back on, too. I don't believe it. And it is her right foot that's injured. Perhaps sensing my presence, Tsugumi opened her eyes. What? Could you keep it down? Her voice was normal. Am I not supposed to be here or something? No, not at all. I was just surprised, that's all. Surprised? Yeah, surprised. You came back. Yeah, well... I had to come back from that sector. There was nowhere to go. Hey, that's not what never mind. Anyway, I'm just glad that you're back. Glad? Yeah, glad, you know, relieved. Oh, really? Tsugumi looked at me intently. As she spoke, she lay back down and slowly closed her eyes. Keep your voice down, okay? My head hurts a little. Noise makes it worse. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Hey, you hungry? Oh, the dots. You want me to make you a sandwich? Oh, the double dots. Yes, please. Okay. Is it just me? Or am I the only one thinking that this Tsugumi is a completely different Tsugumi than the one in the last part? And when I say a completely different Tsugumi, I mean literally a completely different Tsugumi. I don't mean someone who's just had like a change of mind or a change of perspective or, you know, something like that. I mean, this is not the same literal person that we dealt with in the previous part. That's just my new theory. There's something going on where there's more than one Tsugumi on this ship. Or space station? Water station? Island? Is island the appropriate word? I mean, the top part is called the island, right? In Seoul Null. Yeah. I'm just thinking that either it's not the same person or it's not the same person in the current, in our current universe. Almost like there's a parallel universe, or she's a time traveler and she came back in time to do something. I don't know. I mean, there's so many different ways to think about this. It could be she's just changed her mind. It's just I get these vibes. The way that she was moving on her leg, for example, how she was running, there's no way she was running on that leg. Yes, please. Okay, I'll go get you one. I mean, yes, please. You see, now she's got me thrown for a loop. Wait here. I'll be back soon, okay? So don't move. I try not to make any noise as I left. She could also have a, what's called, split personality, where maybe, the personality isn't affected by the injury that she suffered because her current personality didn't have that injury. Or when I say current, I mean the current in yesterday's, you know. This guy is messing with my head. As soon as I got out of the infirmary, I sprinted to the third floor. I can't even say the word game properly. This game. The kiosk had been cleaned up. I turned the fire back on and heated up the tuna. I hurried, but worked carefully. So the tuna is heated up? Like, when I hear of a tuna sandwich, I don't know anyone who heats up tuna sandwiches. I know you heat up eggs, to boil eggs, to mix with your tuna, but I hurried, but worked carefully. I heated the bread and browned it slightly. Okay, maybe he's browning the bread. You ever hear of a toaster? I spread on the special sauce and chose the best piece of lettuce. Hurriedly wrapping the hot sandwich, I left the kiosk. I sprinted back to the infirmary. I had been away less than 10 minutes. I one time went to Subway and asked them to heat up my tuna sandwich, and it was awful. Sorry, but you just don't heat up a tuna. She was probably sick of waiting. I punched the open button until the door opened. Sorry it took so long. I called out softly as I approached the quiet bed. She's not there anymore, is she? I took some more trouble with this than usual. It's a masterpiece. Eat it before it gets cold. Huh? Maybe she was asleep. I approached the bed, but there was no answer. Hey, Tsugumi. Tsugumi, here's your food. A delicious sandwich. Get it while it's hot. I called softly, but there was no response. Tsugumi! I tried yelling. I said, here's your food. Are you going to eat it? I mean, say something. Hell the dits. Grab? I pulled back the blanket on the bed. See? She's not there again. What is going on here? Tsugumi wasn't there. The bed was still slightly warm. She's gone. I told her not to move. I let out a deep sigh. I held my head in my hands. I resisted the urge to throw the sandwich against the wall. Where on earth did that stupid girl run off to? Without thinking about it, I stamped my foot. I felt something hard under my shoe. Huh? I lifted my foot and looked down. Whatever I had stepped on was pulverized under my feet. The small pieces smelled faintly. I bent down and spread them out on my hand. Looks like nuts. Glancing on the bed, I found a rolled up sheet stuffed underneath. I pulled it out. I found a bag which had probably contained the nuts in an empty box. They looked like souvenirs bought at some shop. Were these there when we searched the place? Had Tsugumi smuggled them in? Was she eating them in secret? Nah, that explanation didn't feel quite right. Ah, I thought the nuts were crushed because I had stepped on them. But there was also a large amount of powder under the bed. Someone had deliberately crushed the nuts. I pulled the box out from under the bed and glanced inside. A section of the lid had been torn off. The box was filled with cotton, with a soft hollow in the center. It looked like the nest of some small animal. Maybe. Once I thought about it, I remembered having seen a rat running out of the infirmary. So was Tsugumi keeping a rat in here? The evidence would seem to point to that. In that case, has she gone looking for a pit? But where exactly? Maybe I should ask Sora. I called Sora from the infirmary terminal, but she didn't appear. Huh? Is this broken? I looked at the map of Lemieux on the monitor, but I could detect no signs of life. Was there anywhere nearby that could operate Lemieux with a large terminal? Of course, the security office. If I went there, I'd probably learn something. I left the infirmary and turned left down a corridor. When I arrived at the security office, I opened the door and flew inside. There was someone already there. Tsugumi was sitting in a chair in front of the console. She was engrossed in something and didn't notice me come in. She was doing something at the console. On the screen was a zoomed-in section of the map. A strange point of light was moving across the enlarged section of the map. The light indicated a sign of life. She hit the key. One portion of the screen changed and the remote camera zoomed in on whatever was reacting. A living creature was visible on the monitor. Tsugumi breathed a sigh of relief. A rat. At the sound of my whisper, Tsugumi swung around. She blinked. It's a rat, isn't it? Oh, the dots. A gray rat was running along a pipe. The map showed the isolated section on the 3rd floor. Is that the rat that you're looking for? Of course not. Tsugumi was obviously flustered. I looked under your bed and saw the bugs. There were nuts everywhere. So, she's got a rat friend? I guess? Oh, the dots. She looked away. You don't have to answer if you don't want to. Anyway, I wonder how that dirty rodent got here. Dirty rodent? Apparently we said the wrong words there. Tsugumi's voice was suddenly hysterical. I was a little taken back. It's not a rat? It's a Jungarian hamster. Aw, that's so adorable. I think. What's a Jungarian? I know what a hamster is, but not a Jungarian hamster. I don't even know if I'm saying that right. Really? Oh, so that's what's called, a Jungarian, huh? You're pretty knowledgeable, Tsugumi. Everybody knows what they're called. Really? Because I don't even know if I'm saying it right. Her chest puts out slightly. So, were you looking for the rat? No. I told you it's not a rat. Oh, sorry, not rat, but hamster. Oh, the dots. You were looking for the hamster? Oh, the double dots. Tsugumi seemed to nod her head reluctantly. The movement was so small, I wasn't even sure if she had made it. Tsugumi looked back at the monitor. He probably traveled through some pipe. Pipe? The pipes with the electric cables or the power sockets. Oh, I see. Her finger traced the map. Nobody could walk to where the hamster was. The top right of the screen showed an area underwater. It seemed there was one room still empty. It was even farther away than the isolated area on the 3rd floor. It wasn't very clean on the map, but there was one emergency corridor in the sector. I committed Lemieux's map to memory. Geez, I guess I'll just have to, I grabbed a plastic bag from the trash can and headed for the exit.
ちょっとどこ行くつもり？
Where do you think you're going? Where do you think I'm going? I'm going to go get him.
誰を？
Who? Ah, you know, that funny looking hamster.
無理よ。
There's no way you'll make it.
あっちのエリアとこことは水没したエリアで隔てられてるのよ。
There's a section underwater between here and there,
パイプは人間が通れる太さじゃないし。
and no human could fit through the pipe. I ignored her and left the security office. It's time to go do something nice for someone we care about, huh? I began to walk toward the place I had in mind.
待ちなさいよ。
Wait! Sugumi caught up with me and grabbed my arm. What now? If I don't get going, Hammy is going to move to another place. Hammy, I like that name, Hammy.
どうやってあそこまで行くつもりなの？
How do you plan to get in there? How else? I'm gonna swim.
え？
Huh? Sugumi's hand relaxed. Still in her grip, I kept moving. Sugumi came with me.
ちょっと
Wait,
正気なの？あなた。
are you out of your mind? Well, I'm going through with this.
だからあなたはうつけ者なのよ。
That's the reason why I think you're stupid.
防水扉を開いたら6気圧の海水が一気に流入して。
If you open those floodgates, you'll be overwhelmed by the seawater. The pressure is 6 atmospheres. You don't have to worry about that. Hammy's in the area indirectly connected to the flooded emergency corridor. It says Hammy up there. I love that. Seawater about 1 atmospheric pressure. You know, Takeshi's pretty smart. The water in that area is 1 atmosphere pressure, so the flooded corridor should be about the same. Besides, the floodgates on either side of the corridor are firmly shut. That corridor is completely isolated from the outside seawater. The entrance on the other side is open. If I use the flooded corridor beneath the room, and I can get to the next area. Why don't you go back and check the map?
でも
But
向こうのエリアまでどのくらいあると思ってるの？
how far do you think it is to get to the area? It's 51 meters. I made sure to check it before.
そう、51メートルもあるのよ。
Yeah, but 51 meters is a long way. It'll be alright. Actually, I swam down and back in a 25-meter pool once. You know what I wonder is, even if you put Hammy in a bag, when you swim, will he be okay? I kicked off the far wall coming back, but still. I mimed swimming as I spoke. Sugumi's expression hardened.
そんな。
You!
やっぱりあなた、正気じゃないわ。
You are crazy.
死ぬつもり？
Are you trying to kill yourself? Sugumi breathed in sharply. I'll be alright. It's alright. I won't die. I promise I'll come back.
どうしてそこまでして？
Why are you doing this?
ハムスター一匹に。どうして？
Why are you doing this for one little hamster? What else can I do? We're all in this together. Oh, the dots. Maybe you're not one of us. But any pet you have, well, that is one of us. In Japan, people with the same goal, we're called friends.
バカみたい。
You're an idiot. Well, that doesn't bother me. I'd rather be a cheerful idiot than some warped genius. We took AE down to the 3rd floor. From there, we walked along the corridor to the isolated sector. How is she walking again, though? I mean, I guess this blows up my idea that she's someone from a different dimension or something. Or split personality, because, you know, she's acting differently and she's walking. Oh, the dots. Anyway, you may as well eat this. The fried tuna sandwich was still in my hand. I shoved it at Sugumi. Here, before it gets cold. Oh, the dots. Sugumi's face showed no reaction as she silently accepted the sandwich. Sugumi slowly unwrapped the sandwich. She cautiously sniffed it. Aww. Sugumi suddenly took a large bite. It's good, huh? Yeah, it's good. It's really good, uh-huh. She ate it fast. The sandwich disappeared before my eyes. How was it? It was good, huh? Oh, the dots. Sugumi didn't reply, but balled up the sandwich wrapping paper and threw it back at me. But seeing how happily she ate, I didn't need words to know how she felt exactly. I was pleased. We arrived at the pipe room at 7:29 p.m. We searched the floor and opened the hatch of the manhole that led to the emergency corridor. We appeared inside. A tube of about 70 centimeters in diameter stretched down below us. A silver ladder was fixed on one side of the tube. About 2 meters down, we could see the submerged emergency light shining. We could find no signs that the water was black flowing as we peered through the hatch. That meant that the water pressure inside the corridor was balanced against the pressure around us. I wonder if there was something I can use to guide me back. Fortunately, there was a rope with a hook on it which looked as if it was a lifeline for the maintenance crew. I decided to hold on to it when I went in. Checking that the rope was long enough, I firmly tied it to a pipe nearby. If I tied it to the hook where it came out, then it should be easy to return. Alright then. I did some light stretching exercises to warm up.
待って。
Wait,
やっぱり私が行くわ。
I should go instead. Sugumi stared at me square in the face.
勘違いしないで。
Don't get me wrong.
私はただあなたの偽善的な行動を見たくないだけ。
I just don't want to watch you pull this hypocritical stunt, that's all.
偽善を信じ、偽善の果てに死んでいくようなバカバカしい光景を見たくないだけ。
I don't want to see you kill yourself because you believe this hypocrisy. How can you say that? That's not a nice thing to say. I laughed at her as I loosened my limbs and body. Oh, the dots. I'll be fine. You go back to security office.
Eh?
What? When I get through to the other side, you can tell me where Hammy is. We won't be able to locate him without Lemmy, will we? So unless someone who can operate Lemmy stays behind, it won't work.
でも
But... Okay then, it's settled. I finished warming up and adjusting the voice converter in my ear. Sora had told me that the earphone was pressure resistant, but hadn't said anything about whether it was waterproof. I'll see you later. I ruffled Sugumi's hair and started to climb down the ladder. Aww. My toes reached the bottom of the ladder. I let go of the ladder and leaped into the emergency corridor. Wow, it's cold. It was like swimming in ice water. The water there was much colder than the water higher up. I had greatly miscalculated. And that wasn't the only thing I miscalculated. The corridor was pitch black inside. I tried to use my PDA blacklight. I could see that there were parallel walls on either side and that part of the corridor was straight. But that was all I could see. I knew nothing of what was beyond that. At that point, my PDA batteries ran out, of course. Oh, shoot. Not using this for a while. Or no using this for a while. There was nothing for it but to grope my way forward. How far had I swum? How much further did I need to go? I had no way of guessing. I didn't even know if I was swimming in the right direction. I just kept swimming in the darkness. It was terrifying. As my breath got tighter, I could feel the fear spreading throughout my body. I might just die here. As afraid as I was able to consider dying quite calmly. I was caught in the illusion that I was sinking farther and farther down. The darkness penetrated to my very core. The shadow of death crept through my whole body, eroding my every cell. I can't last much longer. Just as my fear reached its peak, I glimpsed a spot of light. I can actually see the light at the top of the screen. Oh, look at that, it's so cool. The exit. Was it 10 meters or 20 maybe? My vision was cloudy and I couldn't judge the distance. I was reaching my limit. No, I had probably already exceeded it. The light was shining beyond the darkness. My body was screaming as my cramping fingers stretched out towards the light. A little farther, just a little farther. The light was right. Thump! My hand grabbed the ladder. I wasted no time in fixing the rope onto the hook. I pulled myself upward. I scaled the ladder as quick as I could and burst out into the corridor. Good. We made it. I breathed deeply in and out. I coughed and I spat. Felt like I was going to cough the darkness right out of my lungs. Ugh. But contrary to my expectations, good. What erupted from my mouth were the semi-liquid remains of my hot dog. I was a little cold, but I shook my head to clear it and continued to search for Hammy. The floodgates on either side of the corridor were shut tight. There was only one door. I went through. Hey, Hammy! That probably wasn't insane, but never mind. It was better than yelling, Jungarian! Takeshi, are you alright? I heard Tsugumi's voice come out through a speaker somewhere in the room. I'm picking up your sound on the monitor. If you can hear me, answer. Okay, Tsugumi, I can hear you. What can you see? The room is pitch black. I can't see a thing. Either the lights are broken or there's not enough power. My trusty PDA is out of power. Should have brought some fireflies with me. Did you say something? Nothing. If you pick up on Hammy's location, let me know. Okay. Go straight ahead, about 3 meters. 1, 2, 3, okay. Turn right, 40 degrees. 40 degrees? I mean, what kind of angle is that? Hey, you just turned left, not right. Are you sure? The other way? Are you sure you're okay? It was just the wrong direction. I'm fine. Look, I'm facing the right direction now. Oh. Go straight ahead, another 4 meters. There's a step there. Be careful. What? How can I be careful in the dark? Hell, it is. What happened? Takeshi, are you alright? Hey, talk to me, Takeshi. Takeshi. It's alright, I'm alive. You let me know how high the steps are going to be? I didn't realize I'd be smashing my knee against it. I'm sorry. Okay, go on. Is Hammy still here? He hasn't run away? He's still there. Okay, navigate me. Alright. On I went like that. Alright, I got you. I successfully chopped the hamster in the plastic bag! Yes! I'm on my way back. Wait for me in the pipe room. I have no idea what that sound effect was, by the way. Alright. I went out into the light of the corridor and checked the hamster. Should have done something like, da 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 da. So that would have been better. Anyway. Okay, he was quiet but seemed healthy. I blew more air into the bag and tied the mouth of it shut tight. Tired as I was, could I get back the way I had come? I hesitated, but unless I went back, it was all pointless. If I followed the rope, I would be able to get back faster than I had come. I tied the bag to my waist, took a deep breath, and jumped into the water. Bleh! I climbed up the pipeline and struck my head out of the hatch. I made it back safely to the area I'd started from. Honey, I'm home. Tsugumi was waiting beside the hatch. Look what the cat dragged in. Me. Well, here I am. I'm back. Oh, welcome back. I closed the hatch and stood up. I opened the plastic bag in my waist and took out the hamster. Oh, look at that! Oh, that is so cute! Oh, oh God, that's so... Oh, that picture! Oh, that is so beautiful! Look at the little guy! Tsugumi grabbed the hamster. Lovingly, she stroked his damp fur. Thank you. Tsugumi whispered her gratitude without looking at me. What's his real name? I looked at the hamster. Now, don't laugh. You didn't name him Takeshi, did you? Ah, okay, I won't.
絶対によ。
You promise? Yeah, I promise.
この子の名前はチャミ。
His name's Chammy. Oh, Chammy. Sort of like the Chams in Skies of Arcadia Legends.
チャーミングだからチャミ。
Chammy, because he's charming. Aw, so cute. All the dots. Chammy. Well, that's cute. What a good name. How cute. That was what I thought. I did my best to stifle my laughter.
ああ。
Aww.
笑わないって言ったのに。
She's all flushed now. Hey, you promised not to laugh. I'm not laughing. I try to keep a straight face, but the corners of my mouth started to twitch. Chami. Chami. Well, Chami-chan. Chami-chan. It's din-din time. I could just imagine Sugumi baby talking to it. Chami-chan. Chami-chan.
ああ。もうだから言いたくなかったのに。
That's why I didn't want to tell you. Sullen, Sugumi was red-faced, but she held out the bath towels she had behind her back. Oh, thanks. I took the towel and wiped myself down. Phew. I breathed deeply, feeling reborn as I glanced at Sugumi's profile. Yeah, let's take a look at her. She is adorable. Yeah, absolutely adorable. And that little guy is so cute. She was playing with a hamster in her hand, and her cheeks were bright. She looked so happy. It was the first time I'd have seen her smile like she meant it. That's totally worth it. Until Dawn. Oh, man. When I hear a name of Until Dawn, I'm thinking of the supermassive game Until Dawn, which we played we didn't play Until Dawn on the channel because I played it multiple times before, but we did play the Dark Picture Anthology series, which is based off of the same people. And we'll be playing the Quarry sometime in June/July, which is basically the spiritual successor to Until Dawn. Darkness spread out before my eyes. Without limit, it spread, nothingness. The void was endless, and I was in the middle of it. There was nothing else for me to look at. I searched for light, but I couldn't see the movement on my body. Is he dreaming? There was nothing below my feet. Nothing held me up. And so I fell. I fell. Deeper and deeper, I sank into the void. Farther and farther. Whoa, what the heck was this? No, that wasn't it. Rather, it seemed that darkness was coming toward me. Is that a face? Oh man, what are we looking at? It approached me at a terrifying speed, but there was no sound. Yet it was creeping closer and closer. And finally, it penetrated me. There was no way for me to shake it off. It seeped completely into me. It was strange, but there was no feeling to it. The blackness invaded and settled inside me. It overtook me, never to depart again. I was becoming the darkness. The darkness was becoming me. My body becoming the darkness itself. The void was endless. It had no ceiling. Nothing existed to cover it. It was an abyss. Everything was buried in the pitch black, and the dark of the night was crushing me. That was how everyone died. I was dying. I was dead. Death. How do we go from a really cute scene with an adorable hamster to a nightmarish nightmare? I mean, that's why they call it nightmares, FlightlessBird. But yeah, how do we go from one scene to that scene? When I woke, my shirt was soaked with sweat. One awful way to start the day. It's not even really daytime yet. It's 3:17 a.m. I pulled out my PDA to check the time. It read 3:18 a.m. But all drowsiness had left me. Attempting to sleep again would have been a waste of time. Thought I'd only have another nightmare. Nearby, I could hear soft breathing. Coco and Pepe were nestled together, comfortably asleep. Trying not to wake them, I opened the conference room door and sneaked out. May 5th, Friday. Outside, the hallway seemed endless. For a moment, I had the illusion that it went on forever. Stop being stupid. Without hesitation, I stepped into the cold water, filling the hallway. I realized how oddly accustomed I'd grown to that spectacle, that strange situation, that daily routine. Being continually enclosed by walls. Walls that, in a matter of time, were doomed to come crashing down. Where will I be when it happens? I decided not to think too deeply about it. I had already decided not to think about things like that. Climbing the emergency stairway, I headed towards Witterstock. Reaching the infirmary, I pushed the button to open the door. She's not here. The bed was empty. The spilled nuts were gone. I wondered whether Tsugumi had been the one to clean them up or if it was someone else. Regardless, no one was in this room. I don't like this music. I mean, I like the music, don't get me wrong, but I don't like how this music is playing. It's... Okay, now it's a little more happy. Okay. For a second there, it seemed like it was, you know, very dark. I like that happy music. Reaching out to Lemmy Terminal, I touched the screen. No reaction. The monitor lights were out. I walked toward the security office. I thought that maybe the terminal there would be online. Opening the door, I hesitated at the smell. As always, the room smelled like smoke. I tried the terminal. The screen read, periodic maintenance in progress. The message continued. Lemmy, full system periodic maintenance program in operation. Until completion, portions of Lemmy's functions are inaccessible. Estimated completion time, 6 a.m. While under maintenance, automatic control systems throughout the compound will be partially offline. However, facilities and attractions will operate normally. Note, since all sensors and recording systems operations will be checked during maintenance, function may be erratic. Therefore, it will not be possible to access data through the terminals. Warning, this maintenance program should not be aborted except in cases of emergency. If aborted, there is danger of making the Lemmy system unstable. Therefore, please refrain from assessing Lemmy until after maintenance completion. Thank you for your cooperation. Additional note. Until the maintenance completes, I will be unavailable. Everyone should be asleep at this time anyway, right? I love this sense of humor there. I informed everyone about this operation at dinner time. In case any of you forgot what I said, I'm leaving this message. That's all. Good night. Agane Kasaki. Agana Saki Sora. Well, how about that? I suppose Sora forgot to tell me about it. Then again, maybe I just wasn't listening. I was probably busy eyeing that extra piece of sausage in the refrigerator. Trying not to be seen by the others, I hid the sausage, and later cooked it up. I'd been gloating over it until being caught, and then... Certainly not expect to be throwing it up only half an hour later. Was I stupid or what? I was lucky it wasn't worse. Oddly enough, I hadn't felt hungry since. Anyway, having no particular place to go, I found myself in front of an elevator. Push the button, or don't push the button. Alright, so we are not supposed to press the button apparently. And I guess the reason for that is because we don't want to wake anyone up. Absentmindedly, I stared at the elevator call button. At that moment, the button was truly meaningless. Still, I thought about reaching out to push it again, but decided against it.
Konbanwa.
Hi. Hearing a voice from behind me, I turned my head. And that was Tsugumi, standing quietly. Did she got, Chami with her? This Chami's adorable. Hey, what are you up to? There's no point waiting around. That elevator is not coming. Oh, the does. I don't have an answer to give. Takeshi, what's the matter? Oh, the does. Are you deaf? Heh. I couldn't help but laugh. Come on, what's going on? What's so funny? Tsugumi seemed slightly disturbed. Yeah, you kind of do that when you just start laughing. It's nothing. No special reason. It's just that, well, I thought your question was pointless. At first, Tsugumi started to frown. But then she laughed back at me. You've started to catch on, haven't you? Aww. I suppose. I was just out for a little walk. What have you been doing? That's okay. You don't have to answer. Wait, did I miss something there? I suppose. Okay, I didn't miss anything there. Okay. Seemed like I missed like a line of text. In that case, don't ask. Oh, the dots. Turning her eyes away, Sugumi frowned slightly. Looking at the floor, she seemed lost in thought. After a moment, she lifted her eyes and spoke.
ねえ、たけし。クバレって知ってる？
Say, Takeshi, do you know what quail is? Quail?
そう、クバレ。
That's right, quail. I have no idea. Or do I? Apparently, I'm supposed to know. So, I guess we know. Yeah, I know what that is. The jellyfish gondola attraction. Oh, that's right. I remember that now. You see, this is what happens when you do Let's Play videos. I mean, when you got hours and hours of story that you're reading, sometimes you forget things, and I forgot. But I do remember the jellyfish gondola attraction. Yes, I do. Right?
ええ、そうよ。
Yeah. So, what about it?
クバレはこのエレベータールームのすぐ裏手にあるの。
Well, Qual is just behind this elevator room. But yeah, come to think of it, you're right. Oh, the dots. Yeah, the double dots. And then we both fell silent. Sugumi started to giggle and gave me a hard look. Aw, I see we're becoming friends now. We both knew what we were going to do next. With Sugumi in the lead, we headed for the quail entrance. Say, how do you make this thing work?
さあね。
Go figure. Go figure? I mean, come on, tell me.
スイッチは入ってるから乗れば勝手に動き出すわ。
It's already turned on, dummy. Just get in and it'll go. Oh, that's it?
さっき試してみたから確かよ。
Look, I tried it out already, so I'm pretty sure. Well, if you say so. Wait a second, you've already tried it?
ええ、試したの。
Well, yeah, I tested it. Sugumi's face looked troubled, as if she'd been caught at something. You're saying you wrote it alone?
一人じゃない。
Well, not exactly alone. Well then, who was with you?
誰かとじゃない。
It's not who I was with.
そう。つまり、チャミと一緒に。
You see, well, I was with Chami.
You mean your hamster?
そうよ。
Yeah,
Well, in other words, one adult and one critter.
yeah.
You rode Quail with Chami?
そうよ。なんだ言わせないで。
Yes, don't make me repeat myself.
Well then, how was it? Was it fun?
チャミはすぐ寝ちゃったわ。退屈だったみたい。
Chami fell asleep. I guess he was bored.
でも、私は
But as for me, oh, the dots.
そんなことどうでもいいでしょ。
Who cares?
意味がない質問よ。
It's a meaningless question.
Sugumi hadn't said much, which was a lot more than usual. Well, in other words, you were lonely, right? If I was there, I could have cheered you up.
何が安心なのよ。
What do you mean, cheered me up?
Well, you know, you've been through a lot. And I thought maybe the two of us together would,
Yeah, right. But then suddenly, Sugumi's expression lost its tension. Aww. All of a sudden, she let out a laugh.
Hey, what's going on with you? Did I say something stupid?
別に。
Nah, not really. Whoa, look at that look. Dang. She, yeah, that's not a look that I normally see from her.
全然意味なんてないの。
It's nothing important.
笑ってみたかっただ
It's just that I needed to laugh. And then her expression hardened again. But after all, I thought that a slight smile still remained on her face.
け。行きましょう。
Let's go.
Yeah.
Together we got inside the ride. Immediately after the hatch closed, the gondola began to move forward smoothly. It was just as Sugumi had said. The jellyfish-shaped gondola picked up speed and headed toward the outskirts of Switterstock. The corrugated tube carrying the gondola wrapped its way around the perimeter of the floor. Floating comfortably inside the tube, the gondola skirted its way along.
あなたに話したいことがあったの。
I've been waiting to talk to you. Aww. You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of Final Fantasy VII. You know, when he had the date scene in the golden saucer. Except, you know, when a jellyfish gondola underwater. And we're with a really nice girl and not Barrett. I mean, how many of you guys got stuck with Barrett? I mean, come on. You know who I'm talking about. I know I got stuck with Barrett once in a while. But, you know, Barrett's a cool guy. So I'm not going to judge. Yeah, Barrett's a really neat dude. I've been wanting to talk to you.
Yeah, about what?
ええ、話しておきたいこと
Well, some things I need to say.
言っておきたいの伝えておきたいの
Things to say, things I need to let you know.
今ここでなら決して誰の邪魔も入ることがない
And I figured no one could interrupt us here.
Must be something really important. Something serious?
ええ私にとっては
Yeah, at least for me, it is. By the way, I like the dolphins. It was strange that Tsugumi would have something she wanted to say just to me. Tsugumi fixed her eyes firmly on mine. Her eyes were serious, with no sign of mischief in them. Whatever the consequences, I had to
12
listen.
年前
12 years ago,
2005年8月
in August of 2005,
ある夏の日
on a summer day,
私は感染した
I was infected.
とあるウイルスに感染した
I was infected with a virus.
そう2005年12年
Yes, 2005, 12 years ago.
前私がまだ12歳だった時のこと
I was only 12 years old at the time.
A virus?
Yeah,
And are you still infected?
そうよ
yeah.
私はキャリアなの
I'm a carrier. Ooh, that's not good. So are we gonna get sick too? Is everyone in this place going to get sick? If she's a carrier, why is she in a place like this?
Hey, Carrot, what? Wait a second. Come on, wait just a second here. You mean to tell me 12 years ago at age 12?
言った
That's what I'm saying.
12 years ago at age 12 means your age now is,
そう23歳
That's right, I'm 23.
あと2月で24になる
I'll be 24 in another 2 months.
私は24年前1993年の7月に生まれたの
You see, I was born 24 years ago in July of 1993. I scrutinized Tsugumi's face. There was no way she looked 23. But then again, I knew she wasn't lying. We had never touched upon the subject of her age. But I had assumed her to be a high school student at most.
23 years old.
I muttered to myself. To think she was 3 years older than me.
ねえあなたはどこにいるの
Takeshi, where are you? She suddenly changed the topic. I want to know what she's a carrier of.
What do you mean, where? I'm right here.
ここってどこ
Yeah, but where is here?
Here is, here, right?
I beat the palm of my hand against my
あ
chest.
なた爪切ったことある
Have you ever cut your fingernails?
What's up with you all of a sudden?
Tsugumi leaned over urgently, right in front of my face. She tried to say that we've never existed, or we've always existed, or we were created and we're actually like 3 days old. I mean, are we the clone? I mean, there's that theory of cloning again. In her eyes, I could see something like a distant light. I could just glimpse the tip of her tongue, wet and smooth.
いいから
Just answer, okay?
爪切ったことある
Have you ever cut your nails?
Well, of course I have.
じゃあその切り取られた爪にあなたはいる
Well then, is the nail that's been cut away still you? Ooh, we're getting, what's it called? The ship of Theseus? Is that it? Theseus' ship? The idea of if you take a boat and disassemble it, and if you take a boat that's worn out and you replace the parts of the boat that's worn out with new parts, to the point that you've replaced every single part of the boat. Is the boat still the original boat, or are the remnants you cast off the boat?
What do you mean?
爪にあなたはいるの？
I mean, are you there in the nail?
No, I guess what's gone from my body is not me anymore.
髪は？
How about hair?
Same goes for hair.
だったらここにくっついている髪の毛はたけしだけど、こうやって抜いた途端
In that case, this hair here is you, right? But if I pull it out...
Egg!
I flexibly put my hand to my head. Sugumi had yanked out a couple strands.
これはたけしじゃないんだ。
This isn't you. Sugumi held the hair up, waving it around.
Well that's tough. It isn't me, but I guess you could call it X-me?
じゃあ腕を引きちぎったら
Okay then. What if I ripped your arm off? Please don't.
What?
Sugumi grabbed my arm. Please don't rip my arm off. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. This is getting intense. I mean, we're sweating. Look at that. And before I could react, I was drawn into her body. Although she wasn't abnormally strong, I found it impossible to resist her. It was a natural, floating movement. Inside the white gondola, Sugumi's body was covering mine. I felt her breath. I felt her pulse. I felt the warmth of her body. A fragrant smell wafted from her neck. A musky smell. It made me slightly dizzy.
ねえ腕を引きちぎったら
Well, if I ripped your arm off? Gazing intensely at me, Sugumi continued shooting me questions.
Oh, the dits.
その腕にたけしはいるの？
Would you be there in the arm?
No, I suppose I wouldn't be there, but please don't do that to me.
じゃ
Whoa!
あ足をちぎったら
Whoa! What is going on with her right now? Okay then, what if I took off your leg?
胴を切り離したら
Or if I cut your torso away?
脳を取り出したら
Or even if I took out your brain? Still gazing at me, she moved her hands and put them on my neck. I felt like I was being hunted. The illusion was intense. She looked straight at me. Couldn't shake myself away from her gaze. I peered deeply into her eyes. I felt like I was being sucked inside her. Those eyes full of that distant light. I wondered where the light originated from.
ねえたけしはどこにいるの？
Tell me, Takeshi, where are you?
Where am I?
Me, Kirinari Takeshi. Since the moment I was born, I existed as one person, one continuous, linear, cohesive individual. There was no doubt about that fact. That me as a baby in the photo album, the me running around in elementary school, and finally, the me sitting there. They were all the same organism called Kirinari Takeshi. So where exactly did the entity called me exist? In the past, people thought the soul existed in a person's heart. Descartes believed the soul inhabited the pineal gland in the brain. The brain. I wondered briefly if I existed only in my memories. But if that were the truth, then if I lost my memory like the kid, wouldn't that mean I was no longer Kirinari Takeshi? Thoughts, senses, emotions, sensations, characters, values? All of those things were nothing but functions of the organ called the brain. For one thing, this me that ran around in elementary school was composed of different molecules than the me there. From a purely material point of view, my younger me was entirely different than the older me. Cells died and were replaced daily. Every cell that was replaced would also die. They said the cells in the entire human body were completely replaced every 3 to 5 years. By comparison, a rock would be composed of the exact same molecules 5 years before or 5 years hence. But a human body was different. I thought it was every 7 years, not every 3 to 5. The cells of me 5 years ago were not the same as cells of me then. Even so, the me of 5 years before and the me then were definitely the same. Then just what was it that defined me? And where did that me exist? Sugumi took a hand off my neck. I breathed easier.
あなたという存在に実体はない。
You see, your existence has no substance.
あなたはただの概念だから。
All you are is a concept.
Concept?
情報ソフトウェアと言ってもいいかもしれない
You are just a packet of information, software.
CD に焼かれた情報に実体はある
The information written on a CD has no physical body, right?
CD はただのプラスチックポリカーボネートという物質の塊
The CD itself is just plastic, a hard mass of polycarbonate.
それは情報とは何の関連もない
But that mass has nothing to do with the information it holds.
情報の実体なんかであるはずもない
Information can't have a physical body. That's impossible.
情報に形はない
Information does not have shape or substance.
ただ専用のアプリケーションを用いることによってのみ情報は具現化される
The embodiment of information only takes place through its application.
しかし具現化されたその情報の形さえ本質ではない
However, the embodied information itself has no actual body.
本質は情報それ自体を指すのだから
The essence of information is the information itself.
Oh, the duds.
たけしも同じ
Takeshi, it's the same for you.
たけしという本質に実体はない
There is no physical substance to your essence.
なぜなら倉成たけしという人間の本質はただの概念情報ソフトウェアに過ぎない
Instead, the human called Kuranari Takeshi is no more than a concept, information, software.
それは肉体というハードによってのみ再現される
And that essence is realized only through your body, the hardware.
そう肉体はハードウェア
That's it, your body is just the hardware. This has been a really strange
たけし
episode.
という本質を具現化するためのただの道具
I mean, we went from rescuing a cute, adorable hamster to having a really strange nightmare to, be given philosophies on what it means to exist. It's just a device in which the entity of you is embodied.
I see. Okay, I understand you perfectly. No, actually, I hardly understand you at all, okay? But if what you say is true, then, what? What does that have to do with what you were talking about?
今から12年前私はあるウイルスに感染した
12 years ago, I was infected with a virus.
Yeah, you said that.
そのウイルスのおかげでウイルスのせいで
Because of that virus, the virus,
私の遺伝子のコードは書き換えられてしまった
it rewrote my genetic code.
What? Your genetic code?
Exactly, I'm with Takeshi on this one. What?
細胞は日々生まれ変わっている
Cells are reborn every day.
生まれ変わりそして死んでいく
They are reborn and then die.
通常人間の体細胞は5年後には全て入れ替わる
Normally, the human body is totally replaced with new cells within 5 years.
12歳の時ウイルスに感染した私の細胞はその瞬間からゆっくりと細胞分裂を繰り返し
When I was 12, the cells in my body were infected, and from that moment on, they divided and replaced themselves.
5年後細胞は全て入れ替わった
5 years later, all cells have been replaced.
つまり私の肉体を構成する全ての細胞の遺伝情報が5年の歳月を経て
In 5
変えられ
years,
たということ
every cell that made up my body had been genetically altered.
Oh, the questionable dots?
最後の一つとなった細胞が死んだ時
And when the last of the cells had died,
12歳の時の私は跡形もなく消え去ってしまっ
the last trace of my 12-year-old self disappeared.
たそして古い私は死んだ
In that moment, the old me died.
古い私は死に新しい私は死なない体になっていた
The old me died, but the new me became a body that never dies.
A body that never dies?
私の免疫機能並びに代謝効率は著しく能力向上し
My immune system and my metabolic rate were remarkably improved.
テロメアは回復し続けるようになった
My telomeres began to regenerate themselves. I don't know what a telomere is. That's right.
私は決して老いず死ななくなった
I will never grow old and never die. Is that why you want to die? Because it's the one thing you can't do?
私の成長はその時に止まったままなの
My physical growth stopped at that moment in time. So she looks like she's always going to be 17. Ever 17! The name of the game. It's about her. She's always 17 years old. Ah! But what does it mean to be out of infinity? Does that mean that technically she's removed from time?
17歳のまま決して老いることはない
I'll never grow older than 17. Yeah, I just got that. Oh, the dots. Highly improved immune system and increased metabolic efficiency. Telomeres that continue to rejuvenate. Well, if what she said was to be believed, Sumegumi's body would never die on its own. As long as her body had the energy to continue, it would not die. As long as she continued to have the will to live, her body would be sustained forever. Semi-eternal life. But was such a thing even conceivable? The concept of it never growing old, never dying, was it possible? Why did living creatures age? Essentially, it was to protect against exhaustion and deterioration of function. The life cycle needed aging so it could have succession and renewal through subsequent generations. I couldn't help but laugh. Ha! Ha ha ha! That's a good story, but no way. But I guess it's a good joke, pretty solid.
そうね
Yeah, I guess you're right. Sugumi stickered at my words.
そうただの冗談
Yep, it's just a little joke.
引っかかると思ったんだけどダメだったみたいね
I thought you might fall for it, but I guess not. No, I think she's being serious. What else would you expect? Crazy talk like that?
なんだたけし
Well, Takeshi,
やっぱりバカじゃなかったんだ
I guess you're not so stupid after all. Sugumi got up slowly. Alright, well, we need to take a break because we're well past an hour. And we'll end it on this beautiful picture right here. Stop. I pressed the wrong button. I pressed the wrong button. I pressed the wrong button. Stop. Urgh! Gotta stop pressing escape. Because that's what happens when you press escape. It like flies through. But yeah, we'll end it on this beautiful picture of Sugumi. And yeah, thank you for everything, my friends. I love you all so very much. And until next time, so long. And take care. Thank you for watching this video. Feel free to comment on what you saw and what you would like to see next. I always love to hear your thoughts. Please be sure to like and subscribe for more. Also, please do not forget, you matter. You are brilliant and you are loved. And you should always remember to be true to yourself. Don't let the world tell you any different. Much love to you from your friendly feathered flightless bird. Till next time.